Alright, so I'm back in the garage today. Today I'm going to be working on the WJ again. So I've been having some steering issues. When I first bought this WJ, the steering would get stiff when I was like turning into a parking spot, you know, at low speeds or whatever. So I replaced the power steering pump. That seemed to take care of it. However, now it's doing the same thing again. I replaced the power steering pump again, thinking that maybe I had burned up the other one because, I don't know, maybe I'm tough on it off-road or something. And anyway, it helped a little, but it's still stiff, only going to the left. So when I'm like pulling into a parking spot like to the right, no problem. I'm pulling into a parking spot going to the left, it's like stiff and there's like no power steering. So I'm thinking there's probably something wrong in the steering box itself, which, I mean, wouldn't surprise me because when I'm off-roading, whenever I get in a position where the steering starts getting tough off-road, I'd leak power steering fluid, and I wasn't sure ever where it was coming from. As far as I could tell, it wasn't coming from any of the hoses or anything, so it could have been from the box itself. Anyway, so I'm going to replace the steering gearbox. I've never done this before, but I think I have everything I need. I've got my new steering gearbox down there, got my pitman arm puller, and so now I just need to get the old one out. So like I said, I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I pulled the air filter box out of the way here because that's usually what's here. And you can get a little better look at the steering gearbox now. So I think all I need to do is there's the two lines right there and there that need to be disconnected. And then the steering shaft, there's a bolt right there that holds that on. And then that should be able to, I think I should be able to slide that back because there's a compression like fitting in the, I don't know, whatever. There's a slide point in that shaft, I think. And then after that, to get the actual gearbox out, there's these 4 bolts that go through the frame, and that's all that holds that in. So it shouldn't be too terrible. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to do is to get the pitman arm off, which is that bolt right there. And so you take that bolt off, and then that's where the pitman arm puller comes in place, because you gotta get that over there and pull that off. So I think that's all there is to it. So I guess I'll just get started. Alright, so I was wrong. Looks like I don't have everything I need. I came down underneath to try and get the pitman arm off, and that nut right there is bigger than what I got. Biggest socket I have is 32 millimeter, and it's bigger than that. So I looked it up online, and from what I can find, it seems that that is a 33 millimeter socket or 1 5/16. Those both are very close. So either a 33 millimeter or 1 5/16 is what you need for that. So I'm going to go to the store and see if I can find that. Alright, so I got back from the parts store and I think I found what I need. Found a 33 millimeter socket. So if you're looking for one of these, it was a little tough to find because like in the normal socket section, they go from 32 to 36. And I don't know why, but that just seems to be all they have over with the normal sockets. So there was another section with axle sockets is where I found this. So if you can look for a 33 millimeter axle nut socket, then that might be where you can find that. So now that I got this, let's see if I can get this thing apart. There we go. Simple as that. A lock washer in there. Maybe not a bad idea. There we go. Alright, so that did it. I got the pitman arm off. Just had to, I put a little heat on it because it didn't want to come off right away. And once I did that, it came right off of there. So now, all I got to do is get these 4 bolts out, and then that steering gearbox should come out of there. I don't know if it comes out through the top or the bottom. Probably the top, but we'll find out. All right, so I got the new box out. That actually wasn't terrible. There it is down there. You can barely see it because it's so dirty and blends in here. But, but anyway, now I just got to put the new one in. Should be pretty much the same thing, just backwards. Alright, so I got the steering box in there and bolted onto the frame. Seems tight, as tight as I can get it by hand. So now I'm going to hook up steering linkage up top. I'm going to do this first because I think it'll make it easier for me to line up the pitman arm, because then I can just turn the steering wheel and turn that gear on the bottom to get it lined up. It's pretty close and I want to try and get it, you want to get it how it was on the other one, but anyway, as long as you don't rotate like a whole quarter turn, you're going to be fine, because there's little key spots on the bottom of this gear, so it'll only go on like quarter turn it away. I'll show you more once I get to that part, but right now I'm just going to put this thing back on so that we can get going on the next. So on this, there's a notch. You can barely see right up on the top where that paint marker is. There's a little notch on the top of that shaft, and that lines up with where this bolt goes through. So it should go on right about there. Come on. It's going. It just is being a little trickier. It's moving. Slowly but surely. There we go. I think I just about got it. Probably can't see it very well, but in that hole, it's pretty much lined up with the notch now. Apparently it's lined up close enough because I can get the bolt through. Alright. Sweet. Alright, so back under the vehicle here. Like I was talking about, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's some of these notches are wider than the other ones. Like that one, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. I think there's 4 of them, one on each side. Need to line those up with the notches in the pitman arm. Same thing. There's one there, one there. I'm assuming 2 more there that I can't see from this angle. Anyway, just need to make sure I get those lined up. So I'm going to try and get the pitman arm on. Oh, look at that. That was just about as perfect as I could have got it. Just went right on there. So apparently I got it the same angle up on top. Lock washer, don't want to forget that. And the nut. And then the torque spec for this, I looked it up, is 185 foot-pounds, so that's quite a bit. Still got a ways to go. That says 139.5, so. .3. There we go. There, that should help me. Now if that moves, I'll know because the paint won't line up. All right, now that I got the pitman arm back on, the last thing to do is hook up the power steering lines to the new gearbox. All right, now I just got to fill it back up with fluid and try and get the air out and check for leaks. All right, so in order to bleed the air out of the power steering system, anytime you work on it, you want to try and bleed the air out first. Anyway, I like to get it up in the air because it makes it a whole lot easier. So I got the front axle up on jack stands. Both wheels are off the ground. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and I'm going to work the steering lock to lock both ways without the vehicle running, and that'll move fluid around and help get the air out. Alright, so as you work it back and forth like that, it should make bubbles come out. Not a lot. Alright, well I'm going to keep doing that some more. Alright, I've done that a bunch with it off. Now I'm going to start it up and do the same thing. Work the wheel back and forth, and need to check the level fairly quick when you do that because it'll drop down significantly as it pushes that fluid in to replace, you know, all the stuff that was let out. Anyway, I'm going to do that. Okay, so make sure you have enough power steering fluid handy too, because I just dumped this in here and ran out, so that's why I shut it down. Because you don't want to run it without fluid in there or it can burn up the pump. So I'm going to get some more power steered fluid and then continue on. Alright, you can see now what I was talking about. All those little bubbles in there. There you go. See the bubbles coming up out of there. That's what we're trying to get out, is all the air out of the system. So there's still some bubbles coming up through there. So I'm going to keep on doing this and try and get the rest of that out. There you go. You can really see some of the bubbles coming out now. I've been working it back and forth and it's still getting bubbles out. So I'm going to keep on going. I've been doing it again with it off. And so one thing to pay attention to is when you're doing this, the level can sometimes surge up. So kind of pay attention because you might end up splooshing power steering fluid all over the place. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going. Alright, I think I got it to the point where I got most of the air out and time to take it for a test drive and see how it does. So I'm going to put the air box back in and get everything all buttoned up and then see how it does. Alright, just got back from the test drive and that seems to have done it. It steers at slow speeds in parking lots, which was the problem before, so that's pretty nice. So it looks like that did the trick, and I don't see any leaks, so I think we're good to go. So yeah, find out how it does next week because we're going out to Sand Hollow again. So till then, thanks for watching.